Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here on April 22nd. It's Monday. I know this video is coming out early, but I got another flight tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of you are accustomed to me flying around all the time, but I figured it'd be better off for me to give out the video now so I won't have time to do it tomorrow. So with that being said, I found a play in baseball with some value on it, and we'll be giving that out for play today. Before we do that, we will be recapping what happened yesterday. We ended up picking up a tough beat loss in the Golden State Warriors game with the Los Angeles Clippers, as we recommended Golden State -9 with Statsalt.com. They ended up winning by 8, and to make matters worse, Steph Curry was in the process of getting fouled with roughly 30 seconds left to give him 2 free throws, but he committed an offensive foul, and after that, the Clippers missed their shot, refused to foul, and we ended up losing that bet by 1 point, as the Warriors were content with running the clock out up by 8 instead of getting the 2 free throws, which would have put them up 10. Either or, that brings our record on the show to 21-14-2 for plus 5.7 units. And we'll be looking for a bounce-back victory in this one with the start of the new week. So with that being said, it's quickly time to go through the play of the day for Monday, and we'll be looking at a team total in baseball, as we will be taking the Texas Rangers team total over 4, which is available at -105 at Bovada. I know a lot of books do not have team totals up the night before, and I was concerned about that when I was making this video, but I saw that Bovada did upload their team totals early, and the Rangers are available at team total over 4 at -105, and I think that possesses a lot of value. How's it going, Thomas? Thanks for joining us. So this game will be taking place in Oakland, as Texas will be taking on the Oakland A's. Oakland will be using a pitcher by the name of Chris Bassett, who will be making his first start in the majors this season. However, he is 4-14 career in terms of record, and he's just not very good. Texas has also had success against him in the past. Texas batters who have faced him currently have a .452 on-base percentage in 25 career at-bats against him, so Texas tends to see him very well, and I expect the hitters to play well in this game. Not to mention the fact that Texas is 7th in the league in on-base percentage versus righties. So far this season, Texas has done a great job at actually getting after righties early and often, and Bassett's a righty, so I think that should translate well. Texas is also 6th in the league in runs per game with 5.53, and Texas, in terms of recent trends, which everybody knows that I like, Texas has scored at least 5 runs in 8 of their last 9 games. So I simply think that over 4 is too low, especially with a push option at 4. I think Texas should be able to score enough runs. They scored 11 runs yesterday at home. They almost blew the game to the Astros. But overall, 8 of their last 9, they scored at least 5 runs, not to even mention the fact that the game before that they scored 4. So I think 4 is too low. Texas at 3.5 at -145. I would take that in a heartbeat. A lot of juice at the -145, but overall, I think that half run could pay serious dividends. That looks like free money to me, honestly. I think that Bassett, even if he does pitch well in his first start, will only go roughly 6 innings. As is his first start, and Oakland will not look to try to burn him out in his first start this season. I think Texas should be able to put at least 5 across the board. I expect a high-scoring game. Texas and Oakland tend to play these high-scoring shootouts. These teams played these teams played about a week and a half ago, and the scores were 8-6 and 8-7. I don't see either team pitching well throughout the entirety of the series. Texas' offense has played well, as the team has actually been on a roll. They've won 6 of their last 7. I think Texas' offense will continue to play well. In terms of Texas in the actual game, I wouldn't lean to the full game with Texas because their bullpen, as we saw yesterday with against the Astros, is absolutely terrible. And I don't really trust Texas pitching staff either. Matt Minor's okay, so I'd potentially lean Texas first 5. But overall, I think the team total over 4 at -105, or if you're in Thomas's case and you have 3.5 available at bigger juice, I would simply just take the 3.5 because I think that Texas should do well offensively against Oakland in this game, and I think Texas should score at least 5 runs in this game. So I think there's a lot of value on the team total in that one. But we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday in the NBA and the NHL. Overall, we did pretty well. Boston, we recommended would be able to sweep. They ended up winning. I did recommend the under, which looked good until they had 60 points in the fourth quarter. But either or, Boston ended up covering the spread. Golden State, I thought, would cover. They ended up did not. but I recommended Toronto and the under. That hit, and I recommended Portland and the under as well. So that was a pretty good day in basketball. And as for the NHL, we recommended Boston and the over, as well as the third period over as our favorite play between Boston and Toronto. And that easily won with an empty netter with roughly 2 minutes to go. And then in hockey, I didn't really give out much thought on Vegas and San Jose. I thought Vegas would win. That game was absolutely nuts. Vegas outshot San Jose 59-29 in a home potentially series clinching game. And San Jose hung tough, and they ended up winning on a shorthanded goal in double overtime, which is absolutely absurd, which sets up another Game 7. We have Boston and Toronto in Game 7, and now we have San Jose and Vegas. Even though my NHL bracket has gone down the tubes, I actually correctly predicted both of those series to go to 7 games. I don't know what that means because of the fact that my bracket's absolutely destroyed along with most of the people's brackets, but I did have San Jose, Vegas, and Boston, Toronto going to 7 games each. So overall, I'm pretty happy that I got those 2 games right. But overall, to look into the games tomorrow, for hockey, you have Washington versus Carolina. I lean to Washington in that game. I know the home teams won all 5 games. Washington looked great in Game 5. They won 6-0 or so. I don't think Carolina's going to have any answers. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but I do think that Holtby will play well, and I think Washington will try to avoid Game 7 at all costs, and I think Washington will win that game. And I'll lean to Dallas in Game 6 there, mostly fading Pekka Rinne. Rinne was great in the first couple of games. He's been awful since. I had money on Dallas in Game 4, which ended up in Game 5, I should say, and I ended up cashing a plus ticket with that. But Pekka Rinne has given up multiple goals in the last couple of games. He's been awful, and I don't have any faith in him winning on the road in this game. I will lean to Dallas in this game, and I will also lean to Nashville team total under. I think Dallas will play very defensive, very conservative, and I think that Dallas will be able to get the job done to advance to the next round. But to move on to basketball for April 22nd, I lean to Milwaukee minus the points. Detroit, props to Blake Griffin for actually coming back, even though the series is pretty much a lost cause. But Milwaukee dominated. They look great. I think Milwaukee will win again easily, as they should win this game by 15. So I lean to Milwaukee there. How's it going, Hank? Thanks for joining us. And for the other game between Utah and Houston, I will lean to Houston again. Just overall, Utah had everything they wanted in Game 3. Harden was awful, couldn't make a shot for the first 3 quarters, and Utah still lost. I don't think that's a good sign. I think Utah's going to fold. I think Houston, I expect Harden to play a lot better. I expect him to score 30 points. Chris Paul looked great as well. Benches will look great. Capella's look great. Utah just looks outmatched. And I think Houston will be able to sweep tomorrow. But the play of the day, as I said before, will be on the Texas Rangers team total over 4, which is available at Bovada at minus 105. Don't forget also to like and subscribe, as we will continue to bring you betting content in the immediate future. But that's going to do it for this installment of Scott Selections here on Monday, April 22nd. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets. Have a good day, everybody.